One of the great things about a gasoline-powered car is you can just go in, fill up, and you're out of there. It's really fast. Electric cars, you have to wait. Well, Jason, you guys, it looks like, have come up with a solution to help this electric industry progress. Why don't you tell us about it?
That's right. You just mentioned the time that it takes to refuel a gasoline car being really attractive compared to the time it takes to charge a car, which is long. And even with this fast charging business, you're talking about 15 minutes, and that's a minimum, and I can tell you that that's doing damage to the pack as well. All those are negatives, and they're not as attractive as, like you mentioned, just being able to stick the nozzle in and fill it up. Well, what we've developed here, beyond being a benefit for many other reasons, it's very fast. It's 30 seconds. We've just gotten our first successful exchange a month ago, and we're already at 30 seconds. You can imagine just a month or two down the road, we're going to have this thing swapping batteries in 10, 15 seconds.
And so from a development standpoint, it seems like your next challenge is getting this into the engineers and getting them to design the cars around this. Is that right?
That's right. So it's really important to understand how the auto industry works before trying to understand how we're going to take this new setup and then morph it into whatever the auto industry needs and get them to adopt the technology. The auto industry is clearly divided into two sections, one being design and one being engineering. And to be honest with you, the design aspect of building a car is much more costly, much more time consuming, and creates more fights in the industry than the engineering. So being able to morph the platform of the car into something that's usable for us or something that's going to work for adoption is very easy compared to changing the whole design concept of a car company. So they're able to modify the easier side of their business, which is engineering, to suit our needs and make this possible while still holding on to the real nuts and bolts of the company, which is the design aspect.
And that's an important point, because one of the things that electric does is it decouples that design from engineering, and it allows you to innovate in ways that you couldn't before, right?
That's right. And so along those lines, and what we're trying to show here with this cutaway car is our technology is very non-invasive for design. So it's a very low platform. It takes up the floor of the car, which is known as the skateboard pack, as opposed to a front or a rear loader or a side loader that's really going to affect your design.
And so you guys are relatively new. What's your next steps to getting this out in the market?
Well, this is actually our debut. We're 3 days into it, so we're as new as you'll find a company. And we're just looking to make partners here and see where this goes.
So the other aspect of this is the whole charging itself. Why don't you talk to that?
Well, charging the batteries is actually something that everyone needs to be involved in as far as the conversation goes, because it's not just about the owners of these cars, it's about the grid and everyone that uses power and the costs that are going to be involved in upgrading the grid to be able to handle all these quick charges that are being talked about. It works right now when there's only a few cars on the road doing it, but you can imagine if the masses take on this concept, the grid's not going to hold it. And we actually just had a visit from the power company yesterday, and they were very pleased about this system because this system charges batteries at a level 2 or even a level 1 rate, which is very easy on the grid, and it's a smooth, steady process, something they can predict.
I would imagine, too, because you're dealing with electricity, you're not dealing with gasoline, which has fumes and stuff. This could go indoors, it could go outdoors. Pretty versatile, right?
Absolutely. So we envision all sorts of applications for something that needs to be constant duty, where the battery has to be changed or quick charged. And indoor is absolutely right. Airports, security, mail delivery, and also all these new technologies that are coming out for ride sharing and ride hailing. This fits right in with that if they want to go with electric vehicles, because let's face it, right now, even these $100,000+ cars you could never use as an Uber car.
And this works as autonomously, I assume, right?
Absolutely. So the system's totally automatic. The driver's not involved, so there's no possibility of error. It pulls up onto the lift, it follows the color markings on the lift itself, and it locates itself, makes the exchange, and sends you on your way.
And I would imagine it's all connected to some centralized system to make sure you're billing.
Absolutely, it does. The billing is automated, and beyond that, it's not just a matter of you going to a station. The connected car is going to be able to tell you where to go to find your pack, and it's just going to be a quick process and you're on your way.
So the question is, who owns these, and where's your role in it? Are you at licensing, or where do you guys fit?
Well, we are early enough to where we are extremely malleable, and I say that to invite anyone into the conversation. And we do have our own ideas. We would love to run the fueling stations, the charging stations, and then also deal with the packs. But if another business plan is brought our way and it sounds attractive, we'll go that route.
Excellent. Well, it's still early, and so I look forward to hearing progress as you move forward. So,
Thank you very
Jason,
much.
thank you.
Thank you very much.